Welcome everyone. So let's get started. So today is about the data protection in short. Yeah. So we have more on cloud stuff and also the endpoint stuff. So because now it's still new year, so we can it's good time to review a little bit on the last year cybersecurity trends and insights and then link up to today's topic about the data protection. I will go through a few products that we carry that may help on these issues or protections. Then we can have some Q&A and discussion. So first of all, uh, ransomware is still the most troublesome threats to everyone, but I think begin from 2002 or 2003 is quite focused on business rather than individuals. That's why you start to get less news coverage on those ransomware attack. But it's just for those company, either they didn't release any news because they may not need to release because of the compliance requirement, or they put it a corner of their website. I do let you know I got ransom, but it doesn't cover on the news or others. But on and off, we still have many ransomware and very active ransomware group and hacker groups to doing that. So you may take a look for the ESET H2 cyber security landscape report. We have quite a new few very active groups of ransomware, ransom hub, CL0P, yeah. So Lockbit, there's quite many new ransomware flooding around, hacking, and it connects to the second point, the national state threats in on a global political cyber attack. So it is not just direct hacking; it's also making use of ransomware or similar tactics. So to amplify the consequence of having many people got ransom. But of course, if the main focus, the main purpose is not Bitcoin or money, so those ransomware attack internal, even you pay, you won't get it. Okay, and we start to see many supply chain vulnerabilities. So it's not a hack you directly, a hack your upstream supplier, get into their server, land Trojan or loophole to your application, then through their legitimate update process to hack into your system. So this is also one of the headache for the cybersecurity, because it is really difficult to differentiate this update from my vendor is safe or not. We quite rely on our vendors, right? Because we update Chrome, we update our OS, we update cybersecurity updates. We are not able to check it is safe or not, or others. The number one alarm warning problem, I think CrowdStrike can tell many things. They didn't do it by business purpose, but the result is really bad. And also the growth of AI. So AI can be used for protection. Many vendors already adopt the AI for detection, for log handling, for analysis, or even for response. It helps a lot. So many vendors do improve their products quite a lot with adopting AI technology. But on the other hand, hackers too. We have, because AI can be used by everyone in any means. Okay, especially for those deepfake technology. I think one of the very famous is a I don't know how to call it, a phishing. I can say phishing. That is a video conference in Hong Kong. Do you guys have about it? This news? So there's a MMC. So they have a board meeting. Okay, but actually, only one real person from Hong Kong is a real person. All others attendees are AI generated image videos. So the result is Peter send $2 million US dollar to this account, and he did it. Yeah. So it being scammed by millions of US dollar with deepfake technology through AI to generate. So how can they do it? It's pretty easy. Your company got Facebook, you got company got YouTube, you got interviews. So for all those senior people, they can get their pictures and sound and voice. Then they can write a script and put the AI to generate the video. So they put it, replay it in the fake Zoom call, and you can achieve that. Of course, it's really hard to believe it's true, but it did happen. A count number of millions US dollar. So AI is really as it is that two-edged sword. Yeah, it can be good, can be bad. So use it with care. And now still okay because if you play around AI much enough, you still easily can differentiate the video or the image likely to be generated by AI. But I would say maybe end of 2025 cannot. It goes really fast. So you can play around those video generate is really I would say hard to define if it's real or not. Yeah, if it's from AI or from real person. Now then, so be careful on that. There should be some more solution coming up. And also, we do see more and more critical infrastructure attacks. I just received a message from my Taiwan friends. They say now in Taiwan, they have over 2 million times of attacks daily, mainly on the infrastructure and the governments. Okay, it's talk about millions per day. Okay, attempts. Maybe some repeated or tactics to different IP address or what, but that is a big numbers, and not just. But now we're more concerned. It's not just someone hacked your website, the government website become Taiwan is part of China, whatever this kind of blah blah blah. We worry about the critical infrastructure. Just imagine if the subway, MRT, they're being attacked, and they lost control of the train. What will happen? That will happen. About the waters, power supply, many things that can be attacked by criminals. And they, of course, they may not purposely want to kill anyone. Most of them may just ask for money. But that can be happen that they think they just ransom the system and ask for money, but they never able to control the result. So and nowadays we have a quite active merging of OT and IT industry networks. It means in the old days, the lighting system, the building management system, or the power supply, water control, all the system is purely offline, so-called air gap. But now we are talking about we need AI, we need to have a more better control. We have a smart system. We plan a lot of sensor and gathering information to make better decision. What this means? It means we will merge the OT network to the IT network. It means in the old days it's more relatively more difficult to penetrate to the power plant systems from the internet. But now it may be go through a few spot and because the network is physically connected together nowadays. They try to put some firewall, claim that, okay, we have a firewall, we have a one directional firewall, so no outsider can get into the OT network. That's not true. That any system, any defense, even the defense firewall, whatever, they also may got loophole. It means if you physically connect together, you may got a chance to hack in. So that's the problem about the critical infrastructure. Oh, I jumped the slide. Yeah. So, and also we have one of the problem is attack surface. Because we get more and more IoT device and the cloud services. So in old days, we may simply have server or some cloud server, but now we have multi-cloud container service, some on the Google, some on the Azure, some on the on-prem server, and they are talking about microservice. They have millions of microserver containers spilled around to provide a service. That means there is exposed much more attack surface to the outsider. Maybe that's not purpose designed like this, but sometimes one single design error can leak all your data out. Like if you heard about like some S3 storage, cloud storage misconfiguration, then everyone can download the corporate data. That can be a problem because things become more complex, especially on the cloud application, Kubernetes stuff, container, microservice. It is very complex, really complex and dynamic, because it's not saying that today I provision 1,000 server, tomorrow is still that 1,000 server. Tomorrow can be the another 1,000 server. So thing is not that straightforward anymore, and on the cloud, on production point of view. So it create extra attack surface to anyone. Yeah. So the others like some more common like the skilled workers workforce shortage on this, especially on the cybersecurity point of view, because not just in Singapore but many countries start to this, because of we see those critical infrastructure is in danger. We have more attack surface and maybe a very bad consequence. So governments still to push start to push harder on the compliance. So everyone you may need to comply ISO 2701. You have to comply HIPAA. You have to comply PCI. That means there are more IT and cybersecurity works to do that you cannot escape, because you do, if you want to do compliance, that means much more work to do. So in another way around means most of the company, they may not do all of those compliance required if they are not required to do that. That means if there is a new law, new regulation or new suggestion from the government, you should do that, and you apply ISO, that means suddenly much gap created on the number of works and on the number of employees. That's a problem. So there's like in US like a 22% of workforce work gap. I think globally is. I think I heard some stat that Asia is more serious. It's like a 50% or 40% gap for cybersecurity works. So that means we need some more automated tools that help a little bit, but that still should be a problem. And more cloud and mobile threats and incident detection report and blah blah blah. So I think for 2025, there's a few things we still cannot escape, like ransomware problem, and the political attack is it's just attack actually, but it's just from a different person, different group of people. Of course, they got more resources, but actually the money-driven ransomware is hard enough. Yeah, so it can compare together. And I think we still need to care about the supply chain tech in this year, and also, of course, AI and also critical infrastructure. Those are most important aspect. So you've got a customer, and like they have some related to some government's organization, or they related to some critical infrastructure, and they have some OT network that they already merge or going to merge with IT because of the AI or other stuff. That can be a new gap that we have to fill. We have to look onto that. So so any recommendation or best practice, it's just a similar, something similar, continuous monitoring. It's not just because for many in many organizations, they may have firewall, they may have even they got SIEM or whatever, or DLP, whatever, but they more on focus on detection or protection. They don't have a very good continuous monitoring tools to oversight all of their network activities, endpoint activities. So continuous monitoring is very important because you are able to find out something you not expected. It won't usually happen. And if you see something like that, that means there's some new way of attack, or that you got some secure loophole being found and penetrated by the hackers. And then you can respond earlier, because those attack and penetration and really damage usually take times. So if you have earlier detection on those symptoms, like someone scanning in your internal network, some doing natural movement, moving around, or some suddenly some of your server being slow, or some new service being open, something like that. That is a sign that something may happen. So if you with continuous monitoring, we can help to minimize those big problem issue like ransomware or others. And we should try to adopt automate our policy driven backup and policy. So this is a route back to the data protection. Of course, besides data protection in general, we should still adopt the automated solutions to help us to do patchings, to do updates, so minimize those human activities to bridge the gap for shortage of labor, or we have enhanced the requirement on the cybersecurity, because some company may update their server, may never update their server. Some may do like once a year. That's not a joke. It's true. Yeah. As of course, if something really, some company we do a good job, but they cannot do it every week or every day because they need to do the testing or whatever. So we should adopt some automatic mechanism to help them to do that, and employ zero trust architecture is very important, because for zero trust architecture can help you to be more resilient to attack, because you have already from the architectural point of view, if you're not allowed to do this and that, you have no chance to reach those service and server. But if the normal infrastructure, we just simply have like segments. Okay, this is private segments, this is DMZ, this is cloud segment. Within the segment, they have lots of unnecessary privilege or access. So that can be a loophole and a service for the hackers. So that's why we still are pushing a lot on the zero trust architecture. Some early adopter already employed or partly employed, but zero trust architecture is really good ways to enhance the security from the bottom up. Yeah, because you segment the network, you control the privilege, you minimize the access. So in case there's something like some hackers successfully take over one of the staff account, it's still okay because you control the the privilege of that, and he or she are not able. First of all, it's more difficult to take over the account. Even they got the account, they have limited privilege. It's not possible to hand it around or your internal network try to get into your file or get into your server. So that's why zero trust architecture is very important. And the last two is also interesting, is about the incident response drill and invest on skill and training. In short, is a basic training to all the stuff. So let them know, for example, how is the ransomware look like? What you do in if you're not able to open a file from your file server? Okay, because like a ransomware attack, maybe one of two staff start to see they cannot open the Excel on the server. They may simply just call the IT or simply go for lunch and come back to see it can open again. But if they don't know, they should report this problem at once. That will be a big difference, because if they report at once rather than go for lunch, it will be the IT able can spot the attack and stop it at once. Or if they come back for lunch, the whole server will be encrypted. So that is the difference. So training IRO drill is not for IT guys. It's for everyone that will use the system or server. So this is some recommendation on that. Okay, so for more practical way, we choose a few product. It doesn't cover all the points I just mentioned, because if I need to cover it, we have product to cover it, but if you want to cover it, it will be a 3 hours session. So we just pick a few products that can help on those data protection, or help on the facing the ransomware, on the or the those critical infrastructure attack. So like we have. So anyway, we should use a layer security strategy. Like we use endpoints, we do backup, we do encryption, and we do ransomware containment. Okay, not detection and blocking. We do containment. Because this is a very interesting point. I will say a lot talk about it later. So let's go to the ESET. I won't go very deep for the ESET. I will just pick a few items that we push a lot this last year, and we got quite many new customers on board for those new functions. First one is the ESET Cloud Office Security. So it is a anti-spam, anti-phishing, anti-malware solutions target on the M365 and Google Workspace. So because I would say even for ransomware, most of the starting point is from a bad email. You can say a phishing email or malware email. So the user opened that links, got a children there, and then start to be attacked by ransomware. Because penetrate to corporate, the most effective way is through email. Okay, but those protection from all your cloud mail, like from M365 or Google, Google is a little bit better, but Microsoft is really not that good on fighting on spam and phishing mail. So we highly recommend to enhance the mail security with ESET Cloud Office Security, which is a cloud-to-cloud solution. So you need not to install ESET endpoint on a PC. You can just integrate with your existing M365, and it is support multi-tenant. So you have 1,000 license, you can apply to few different tenants, so you can got a better discount on that. And we have a cloud sandbox integration. We have all the good detection engine that ESET already using to help you to remove those phishing email, phishing links, spam mail, and malware. So this is number one that help you to reduce, like, first of all, the ransomware attack, and many others attack from those like scams or whatever. So this is number one, and number two is the EDR. So in 2024, we start to have many customer on board for the EDR solutions. It also a trend in many others APAC countries, because start to realize even we got ESET, we got endpoints, we still need additional layer protection to fight against those hackers. So with the ESET EDR, we can provide a good continuous monitoring capability to you. Of course, subscribing our MDR service or using your MDR service, or you need any others, we can talk later. But we can create a very sophisticated monitoring, not just for the endpoints, but also for your cloud, your servers, your AD, or even your Kubernetes or containers, any aspect that we can help to monitor through the EDR and the MDR service. So back to a compliance, that a simple chart that may be interest to you guys. If your customer is looking for like they want to do ISO or they want to do PCI, this chart showing that there's some hard requirement or suggested action for you, and actually we ESET package do fulfill much of that. And of course, we can create logs, can create flexible report for the auditor. So in case your customer needs some help on the compliance or others, that you may have some gaps to fulfill, that ESET package already has lots of that, so we can help you on that. And one of the things that, and we have quite a few package that have many different solutions, like from the endpoint to the data encryption, to the cloud protection, patch management, cloud sandbox, EDR, and MDR. The MDR from ESET will available soon, I think in Q3 this year or Q2, depends on the available. So it is a simple MDR one mapping to ESET solutions. So if customer looking for MDR, a simple MDR, maybe because of compliance, maybe because they want to buy cybersecurity insurance, or the headquarter require them to do MDR, that can be a cost-effective solutions. Of course, if the customer asking like, I want a MDR service, and not just for that, we also need a SIEM, we just also need to monitor any much more device. We also got a MDR partner that can help on really sophisticated service with IR, threat hunting, also of that. But actually, ESET also provide threat hunting. But we will give you more information when really ready in Singapore. Yeah. Okay. So any questions? No? Okay. So next is software, which is a backup and disaster recovery solutions. So why still talk about backup? Because of course today is data protection topic. Of course we need to do backup, but not just for that. Not just for that. So let's take a look on the architecture, and let me show you what we can support platform first. So for storeware, it is really a interesting solutions from my point of view, yeah, because it support lots of different kind of platform, especially for virtualized platform. After Broadcom purchased VMware, many customers asking, is there any alternative to VMware? The license is too expensive. I hate them, right? I want to escape, but okay. You may think about buying from us. We got scale computing and HCI solutions. You may think about buying Nutanix, maybe, or even some partners selling the customized open source HCI solutions like Proxmox, Harvester, Red Hat, SUSE. But when it comes to backup, do you have a good backup solution? No. Then how can I switch? Not possible, right? But Storeware support almost all the virtualized platform in the market, from VMware, Hyper-V, Oracle, KVM, Nutanix, SUSE, all those open source, closed source, HP, all those we can support with agentness. Okay, of course, we will say, oh, you can just install an agent, but not that possible for all customers to install the agent in a VM because they have many temp server or other CI/CD pipeline. That cannot be very possible. So we natively support agentness for all these virtualized platforms. So it helps to create a project to moving out from VMware to any others hypervisor or HCI infrastructure. So this is a very good alternative. And of course, we not just support virtual machine, we support physical machine, we support application awareness backup, like backup the AD, backup the database, restore general restore features, and backup the cloud. And we also support backing up those object storage, which are very commonly used on when you deploying Kubernetes and containers and others modern applications that we use usually using the software defined storage rather than FFS or others NAS or other. Of course, we can support agent-based backup in the PC and laptop. And for destination, of course, we can backup to NAS, backup to the cloud, and also we can backup to all others object storage and SV compatible. And one very interesting features is, in case customer already have a enterprise backup solution in place, like those EMC or others on the right hand side, OpenText, but those backup solutions didn't have capability to back up those VM hypervisor. We can integrate, so we can back up those VMs on, for example, Proxmox, Scale Computing, or Nutanix, and then integrate back to your corporate backup solutions, which require our enterprise license, of course. So this is a very interesting integration. Some customer may interest on that if they are already using Reuters or others, but they are looking for, because the problem for them is they do not want to give up the existing storage, the license, and the things that are already back up, and not possible to migrate. So that's why we do integration for that. But that's usually for larger corporate customer, because those solutions not that common for SME. But anyway, Storage is really interesting solutions that helps to resolve lots of problem on first of all, migrating from VMware. It's still running lots of projects, as I can see, and some new customer, when they come on board, they will say, KVM is really good enough, but I just need a good backup solution for that. So you can come to Storeware. Okay. So next, also a backup solutions, but this one is called Cloudcaster. Name telling you is more on cloud, and it is a cloud native and Kubernetes backup. Because for many larger applications nowadays developing, they will not use the ordinary normal Linux web server or Windows server to host the application. They will choose to use microservice and Kubernetes. But the problem of the normal backup solution, it simply not work on that, because all the containers, their servers are all temporary. So you even not able to restore if you do a 1-1 backup. And they are heavily rely on the configuration and a YAML file to to set up to provision their service. So backing up those settings file, images, of course they have the storage is more important, and they use different kind of ways to persistent the data. They're not just like put in the server, because all the server is temporary. They will be vanished after the container is closed, so shutting down, so-called shutting down. So they will have a different type of story to put their storage. So Cloudcaster to integrate to your Kubernetes cluster, reading through, okay, what your configuration, where you put the configuration, where you put the secret files, where you put the data, where you host the database, and I help you to back it up. And one very important function and features for a Cloudcaster or similar solution is we can help you to migrate. What means migrate is, okay, for example, I have a Kubernetes cluster hosting on my data center. If you want to move it to Amazon or in Azure, it can be very, very complex, troublesome, difficult process, and you need experts. In each platform, okay, although they're all Kubernetes, but how it will be provisioned and created is completely different. So with Cloudcaster, we can help you to migrate directly on those platforms. So you need not to care about how to provision a cluster, Kubernetes cluster on AWS, how to do that on Azure. Of course, you have to got an account there. Then we can help you restore from AWS to Azure, Azure to AWS, or any direction, and even help you to do upgrades and migration of the version. So it is it's really good features if someone is hosting application using Kubernetes. They may using some open source functions to do the simple backup, but if they're looking for more robust backup and restore migrations, Cloudcaster is very good solutions for that. And this is one of the major weak point, I would say, for those modern application which using containers and Kubernetes. They do need a solutions to protect their data and configurations on those clusters. Okay, so this is blah blah blah. Okay, one more interesting solutions. Okay, besides we protect your data from ransomware or from hackers, but how about internal threats? So maybe some user grab your important files like a customer database, annual report, or some internal information or quotation or cost, whatever. So, but at the end of the day, some files exist. You need to use it, or you need to send to someone, right? But the problem is, even you got a DLP solutions to protect all your data, one question all the DLP cannot answer is, how can I protect my file even I send it out? Okay, they will ask you, okay, yes, you encrypt it, but the third party have to decrypt to open it, right? After they open it, they can copy and paste and send to any others. So any solutions, yes, shield path can resolve this problem. So it is I would say it is a DRM solutions, digital right management solutions, and it can help you to encrypt all your file, no matter what kind of format. Okay, and you are able to control the access and usage of your file, even it already sent out to third parties. Okay, so how it works? So it will encrypt your file, and everyone want to open the file, it will ask for the server for the decryption key. Okay, we will see, okay, what is your login account? Is that you are able to open that file? Or can you change the file, edit the file? Can you print? Do it require to show watermark? So this is a very ordinary DRM solution can do. But one very, very important features is ShieldPath can support that third party need not to install any extra software to open an encrypted Word file, Excel file, those and PDF. So all the Microsoft Suite, Office Suite file, third party, it is not required to install any other software. They just use the Microsoft Office to open it. Of course, we have to authenticate the user. If the user is using M365, then if you edit, they need to log in again. Okay, but if you create account on ShieldPath, so what they need to do is create account from ShieldPath, then we can authenticate with the username password. They can open it. So this is a the point is you after even you send out the file, you can revoke the access anytime. You can control number of opens for the file for anyone, and you can grant the access to let them add more people there, or trust the whole company with the domain. So it is very easy to use, but highly secure data protection software. So you can protect all your contract prices, that you need not to worry that you have sent to different candidate by mistake. I really receive lots of stuff like air tickets, quotation, birthday party invitation. That's not to me. Also called Kenneth, but it's not Kenneth Low. And quotation and many others. Yeah, it happens all the time. But the people will ask, oh, how can we get it back? Yes, you can do with ShieldPath. When you first of all, when you share the file or you grant access, you can put the domain there, you put an email address there, then you can send. So even you send to wrong person, they will not able to open it because it is fully encrypted. Yeah, and your third party need not to install extra software. So, and also they won't complain, oh, I'm using Mac, I cannot install. Sorry, you got Office, right? Yeah, you open with the Mac without any problem. So it is very good tools. We usually integrate with DLP or other data classification software, or you just use it alone because it's really easy to deploy. Of course, for the user to do the encryption, they need to install agent to do the policy and adding new file. And of course, we got server application, so we can help you to fully automate the encryption and policy apply process. Like this window share is for, I don't know, sales department. So they have the policy for sales department. Those data file is able to open for this group of people and edit by this group of people, whatever. So we can fully automate. You need not to do it one by one. Yeah. So it's really good product, especially for like so those insurance company, governments or NGO offering services, because it's related to the patient or humans privacy problem, or account department, HR department. Yeah, so it can be fitting everyone. Yeah, interesting, right? So the last but not least, a very interesting product also is called Bulwark. It's a ransomware containment and isolation solutions. It's not something to detect malware, create a ransomware. Okay, we are doing the monitoring on your all your important files, no matter on a prem or on the cloud. If there is any ransomware like activities, or we of course we got signature and AI and behavior detections to find out, oh, it's very look like ransomware. So what we do, after we detect those activities, we will call up your existing infrastructure. For example, if you are using Active Directory, we will stop your related user accounts and reboot related server, and maybe disable few more related cloud service to contain the damage. So the launch story, if you got bureau, if there's some users start to find one or two file is not able to be opened, maybe that person PC got ransomware. So bureau will detect, okay, this PC try to encrypt the file on the file server. Let's disable the account on this PC and reboot this PC, and all the related service for this user will be stopped to kill all the ransomware process and attack activities. And we got a log to telling you, okay, which file is being attacked during this detection period. That have to be a few file, because we are not detecting malware, we detect the ransom encryption process. So we see, okay, there's a 10 file already encrypted. So we stop that, okay? And we got log telling you, okay, this 10 file encrypted, so you can retrieve and restore from your backup for that 10 file only. Because the problem is, it's not one. I heard a few case. They may have a backup, okay? They have backup. They have offsite backup also, okay? Very safe. But the tragedy is they find out there is a ransomware too late. After 3 months, the ransomware is attacking their site, because not all ransomware is that aggressive. Other different strategy. They don't encrypt all your file. Why? Because they want to prolong the time to be exist on your site, to waiting your retention period for your backup ends. So many people like 30 days or maximum 90 days for all your data backup. So if they can survive in your site to encrypt part of your file for 19 days plus, they can ensure you cannot restore them. Okay. And one of the problem is many administrators don't have such kind of monitoring and logging tools. They got a backup. They don't know which file being encrypted, and they don't know which backup is good one. So just imagine we got 1 million file, 90 days, 90 million. Not possible to find it, which one is good or bad. So with Bulwark, we can help you to monitor all those activities. You can spot which one being encrypted and restored at once. So it minimizes the possibility being fully encrypted. Because a normal file server, if the ransomware is aggressive enough, they can finish the full encryption of your file like within an hour. It depends on your disk speed, and nowadays we use SSD on the server, even faster. Yeah, so with Bulwark, we can help you contain, find out the source of the attack, stop it, and report it can restore. So it can help when the customer, they maybe have endpoint and also protection, but they still very, very, very about the ransom attack. How can I restore? Even I got a backup, how long it will take to restore? Because we have like a 1 terabyte of data. If we do a full restore, we will take 1 month or three weeks. Then we're not able to stop operation for that long. So Bulwark is a solution to ensure to shorten the time. First of all, they be in attack, and shorten the time they can restore from attack. So that's a Bulwark. Okay, that's all for today. Is there any question from you guys? Ask me about that. Or if you have any solution you are seeking that you may interest, just let me know.